And so this is about the lean startups. Like, so instead of building out that product, which is, a couple $100,000 to build out all the dies and everything else, what they've found out already is if we identified the part without building the product, we've identified the part that's the most important. And that's really about validated learning. It's about how do we learn what people are really interested in with as little amount of money as possible up front. And that's real dollars, because people have put their money in that expecting that if this thing tips, they're actually going to get a product, right? So it's not as if it's just asking the question, well, Grandma, would you buy one if I built one? Like, yeah, sure. But that didn't do any good. It doesn't tell me if there's a market. This one is interesting. Innovation accounting, number 4 on there. This is not innovative accounting, not to be confused with tax fraud. This really has to do with innovation. It really has to do with how are we accounting for the changes that we're doing? How are we measuring the impact of all the little pieces of what we're doing and how it's happening? And it's really kind of important to understand that what you're really trying to accomplish along the way is the measure part. We're going to talk a little bit more about that here in a bit, but you really have to get figured out, how do I track all of the impact of every change that we make? And it's beyond just A/B testing. I mean, A/B testing is a part of that, but it's also completely the different way of looking at how do we do cohort analysis if the first 100 people who come in versus the next 100 people who come in, or this month or next month, or they come in through this ad or that ad. There's a whole way of accounting for stuff that has to be taken account of. So it's really about innovation so you get the right answers. And number 5, and this is kind of the important part of this piece, which is how fast can I go around this circle, this build, measure, learn. So if you look off to the right of that, there's a little diagram on there, and it really kind of starts off with I got an idea, and so I build something, okay? And so that something gets me a product, whatever that product is. And sometimes that product could be nothing more than a slide deck. It shows how this whole thing will work. That product gets me the ability to measure it. What kind of response do I get out of that?